but thank God for them. This country could not work without reliable domestic air travel. Everything depends on it in a country this big. Our economy depends on it completely. Families depend on it because they live far apart from one another. But that system is collapsing. And as with our economy and our energy sector, it's being destroyed on purpose. The Biden administration is wrecking domestic air travel. There's been no media coverage of this whatsoever, but if you travel recently, you've noticed it. Here's why it's happening. So last week, the FAA informed all air traffic employees that people who haven't had the vax, the COVID vax, which doesn't work, have to wear masks on the job once again. Now, the estimates are this would apply to about 4,000 out of 15,000 total air traffic control employees. It's a huge percentage. And the effect of this command, which would save not a single life if implemented, was to wreck domestic air travel. Air traffic controllers stopped going to work in large numbers. There appears to have been a sick out at the Jacksonville ATC Center. That's one of the biggest in the country. Jacksonville Air Traffic Control was so understaffed last week that commercial flights had to be rerouted along the eastern seaboard. This caused chaos to airline schedules for days. On Sunday, more than 9,000 flights were delayed and 800 were canceled. But the manpower shortage, which was caused by the Biden administration, again, for no reason, wear a mask if you haven't had the vax? Seriously? Doing that dramatically increased the physical risk to air travelers, though likely none were aware of it. With too few air traffic controllers at work, a single controller was forced to work multiple frequencies at once. That's not safe. Planes were rerouted, some began to run low on fuel. Now, the FAA lied, as it often does, and blamed connective weather. But this is not a weather problem, this is a systemic problem. Since vaccine mandates took effect for airlines and air traffic controllers who are federally regulated, air travel in this country has been a mess. It's been a disaster. They did it on purpose. From the start of the year through June 13th, commercial airlines canceled more than 120,000 commercial flights. They delayed another 800,000 flights. That means 20% of all domestic air flights in this country were delayed or canceled, with passengers waiting an average of 48 minutes. Many routes are becoming so unpredictable that airlines are just canceling them outright. JetBlue is killing 27 regular routes this summer permanently, peak of travel season. Delta eliminating 100. Now, what is the administration doing about this? Deliberately making it worse. Why are they doing that? Well, your guess is as good as ours, but they are. Now, they fly private, it doesn't matter to them. But for everybody else, for the other 350 million people in this country, it's more pain, more suffering, closer to third world than ever before. Someone should say something about this.